Hello, this is the 11th video in the series on Aristotle's Poetics. So, in this session, I would like to mention the part 12 of Poetics text, and it is titled, that is, the quantitative parts of tragedy. We are going to talk about the quantitative parts, and there should not be a confusion between the quantitative parts which we are going to discuss in this session and the elementary parts, the formative elements. If you want to mention that to be the 6 elementary parts, we have formative elements we have already come across according to Aristotelian view. It's plot, character, thought, song, diction and spectacle. That is not what we are going to talk about in this session. This is about the quantitative parts, which we are going to have a very thorough division among the parts or the parts of a tragic writing narrative. So, here Aristotle divides a tragedy into 4 main parts. The first one is prologue, the second one is episode, third is exode, and the fourth one is chorixon. And the sum of this, mainly fourth one, the choral portion, chorixon, has another 3 subdivisions. So, we will have to take into account what each is meant, or as per the Aristotelian idea, what each means in the writing or in the composition of a tragedy. So, for prologue, songs, again we see songs from the stage and comoi are only found in some. Sometimes there is a mentioning here songs, and see songs from the stage and comoi. Those are not always to be seen in a tragic writing. That is somewhere, sometimes it is optional. There is no compulsion that every tragedy should contain these things. But what about the other sections? Let us see prologue. What do we mean by prologue? Prologue is all that precedes the parode of the chorus. So, that is why to get the definition in full sense, we will have to reach up to the end, and we will come back to. By definition, prologue means all that precedes the parode of the chorus, and episode is all that comes in between 2 whole choral song. Third one, the exode, means all that follows after the last choral song. And what is the fourth one? That is the choral portion, choral song, according to on which actually we had all the 3 other parts defined, and choral portion is subdivided into 3. One is parode, second one is stasimon, and the last one is chamos. And what is a parode? Parode is the whole first statement of the chorus. That is how we can connect it with the parode and prologue. All that precedes the parode of the chorus is called a prologue. But here parode is the whole first statement of the chorus. So, actually parode doesn't come in the beginning, but before prologue, although all that is preceding a parode is called a prologue. So, for having the definition of prologue or an idea about prologue, we need a clear idea of parode, that is again categorized in, or that is again included in choral portion. And the second one, stasimon of choral portion, means song of the chorus without anapaests or trochees. Those are 2 meters. Those choral song of the chorus, if a choral song that contains some part which do not hold anapaest or trochee as meters, that can be called stasimon. And third one, chamos, is a lamentation sung by chorus and actor in concert. So, this is what you mean by chamos, a lamentation sung. Lamentation means something kind of very you are lamenting for something, so bewailing, you are having a very sad song there. So, that is sung by chorus and actor in concert. That is mean by chamos. These are optional as already told, but now just come back to the definitions. Prologue. Prologue is the part all that precedes the parode. And then episode also, now we can see all that comes in between 2 whole choral song. whole choral song is can be comprised out of the three major subdivisions, but that episodes we mean it is between two whole choral song. All those are called whatever, all those that come in between two choral songs, that is episode, and exode is all that follows after the last choral song. So choral song is really important, but still for getting more importance for action itself, some major writers were trying to diminish the choral the choral part, but still the choral portions mattered. So that is all with the elementary part. And then next we will move to part 13 of the text, and that will be in the next, I will plan to do it in the next session video itself.